How are you, Hector? Good evening, how are you doing? And this happened to me in 2003 when I was living with my son's father. We were renting a house wedged between two houses that barely got any light. It only had one window that faced a hallway. From the start, the place gave me a bad feeling. Before we moved in, my ex-mother-in-law and my ex-brother-in-law lived there. Every time I went to visit, their dog would start barking, staring straight at the bathroom. She wouldn't calm down. She would stand in front of the door, tense, looking inside. That always made me uneasy. But I tried not to pay attention to it. Because of financial reasons. We ended up living there alone, just us and my 2-month-old baby. And that's where it all began. When I was alone in the house, I would see a black shadow moving from one side to the other. It wasn't just a little spot or something that could be mistaken for the light. It was a shadow that moved from room to room. The fear I felt inside was something I can't explain. It was more than an impression. It was a constant, lingering uneasiness. Nightmares became normal once I started living there. One of the worst nights was actually a very early morning. I woke up, startled by a nightmare. I was crying, just waking up with my eyes still closed. At that moment, I felt my ex grab my hand. One of his hands held mine, and with the other he caressed me, as if trying to calm me down. I kept my eyes closed, thinking it was him who had come to comfort me. Meanwhile, I heard his voice. "What? What?" I heard him speak. But I felt he was far away. Then I opened my eyes. My son's father stood over 2 meters from the bed, watching me without touching me. As soon as I saw him, I no longer felt the hand holding me. That warm pressure on my hand suddenly disappeared. I froze. I couldn't scream. I knew that something had been grabbing me because the feeling was so clear, strong, real, but it wasn't him. Another strange thing happened one day when I was alone in the house for over 3 hours. Suddenly, I start hearing from the bathroom the typical noise of when the water heater overflows. Like when you leave it running and forget to turn off the faucet. Water falling hard and steady. I rushed to the bathroom thinking we were going to flood everything. When I opened the door, the floor was completely dry. Not a single drop. The water heater was halfway full. The faucet was closed. There was no way that noise could have been real, but I heard it clearly for several seconds. I couldn't stand being alone in that house. It wasn't just seeing shadows. It was the feeling of being watched all the time, in the bathroom, in the bedroom, in the kitchen. I felt eyes behind me. At night, it was hard for me to sleep, and when I finally managed to fall asleep, the nightmares would wake me up again. It got to a point where it was unbearable. I wasn't getting any rest. I wasn't at peace. I cried a lot. I was scared for my baby. I felt like that house didn't want me. In the end, we ended up moving. I was never able to go back. Not even to walk past that house. If I have to go through that area, I just change streets. Every time I remember what I went through there, the same fear comes back to me. Thank you for reading my story. Thank you for the program.